here again, another episode of Farming Simulator 15, and we are playing on the States map version 6 with the soil mod on the RDAllen multiplayer server. And guess what we're doing again, folks? That's right, we are fertilizing fields. Field 8 to be precise, the great big one. I fertilized this once already, and then I advanced time, and now I'm fertilizing it again to get the nutrients up to where it needs to be. I hopped on the server this morning, checked it out, and nutrients, at least on this side of the field, and you can see I'm kind of on the back side of it here, was 0. Everything was 0. So I put one application of NPK down. So that has given me, as you guys can see in the right there, I've got X3 on the N and X1 on the PK. So I'm now putting another application of NPK down. I'm assuming that's going to give me X6 and X2. So hopefully we'll get this field here up to snuff a little bit more. The southern side of this field is somewhat okay. So here again, I'm not sure what's happening that we're getting uneven amounts on the fields here. I don't quite understand that. I mean, everything I've done on the fields here has been universal. You know, I haven't like sprayed a couple pads and then skipped. You know, everything that's been done has been done to the entire field. So I'm not getting why we're not getting a universal nutrients level across the entirety of the field. I'm not quite understanding that, but I do have a couple of theories. Number one theory being it's the hired worker's fault. I don't think the hired worker, and just this is my theory here, the hired worker is properly applying the correct fertilizer when you hire the worker. So I did this entire field 8 here by myself. I have come back and checked just random spots in the field, and everywhere is what I would expect to see from what I've done. So like this here, this part of the field here was 0. Everything was 0. It's now X3 and X1, which is what I would expect to see. Some parts of that side of the field are a little bit higher numbers because they weren't at 0 yet. We're going to get a bad steering there. So yes, we're putting another layer of NPK down. Another thing that might possibly be happening too, I know with the soil mod, you don't want to put more than one thing down, as far as fertilizer goes anyway. And maybe with spray too, I'm not sure. Because with this field here, and let's go back one previous in-game day, I put down the NPK and I had a hired worker spraying. And if you look down there, I was spraying double B. There is no weed prevention. So clearly the spray that I put down has not been applied. And you can see the weeds in it yet. So I guess there's two possibilities there. Because I was putting fertilizer down at the same time. It could be I was not supposed to put fertilizer and spray down at the same time. I don't think that's an issue from what I've read with the soil mod. My understanding is you can do that, you just do not want to put 2 fertilizers down at the same time, or 2 sprays. Vice versa, you know. As far as I know, you can put a spray and a fertilizer down. You just do not want to do a fertilizer and another fertilizer. Say you want to put N down, that'll give you X5, and then you want to do PK, which will give you X3. Can't do that. It'll only apply one of those, or something's not going to like something. At least that's my understanding. So at this point, I think I'm going to blame the hired worker for the reason we're not getting our correct nutrients and sprays down. Like I said, I did this entire field 8 here myself. It took a while. I didn't actually time it. Probably a good hour, I'm going to say, to do this field. That's probably what it was. And I sprayed the entire thing with just, you know, straight NPK. And everything, like I said, is applied the way I would expected it to been applied. There's no funny stuff going on. And at some point, you'll probably get to a part of the field where I can stop spraying NPK here. Another thing too, I have updated, well, I shouldn't update, I've added, or enabled, the night sprayer on the server now, so the night sprayer is available on the server. I have not bought it yet, and just keep in mind you guys will now have to make sure you have it downloaded to join the server. I've had it on the server now for a couple of days, I just have not enabled it yet. And because we haven't had the money to buy it, so it's like, well, no sense taking time to enable it until we actually get some money to buy it. We're getting close. I'm not logged in at the moment, I guess. It was 70,000 last time I was logged in. Our cows are providing us with an excellent source of income. I think I can look at this without causing problems. So yeah, I've got the mixed rations going. That's from our mixing station. They've got, I don't think they're using the silage, but they do have silage. They've got water and they've got straw. So I did buy, we are just sitting there, aren't we? Probably wasting it. Did buy a water tank so we can bring the cows water. And I've hauled several loads to them already, so nice thing about the water there for the cows. Now you do have to pay for the water, unfortunately, but the water trough and the refill spot for water is like right next to each other. So, you know, drive forward a little bit, fill it up, back it up, empty into the cow trough, rinse, lather, repeat. We'll see if I get sick of going up and down the field here. Maybe in a little bit we'll go deal with the cows. I know the silage in the mixing station is empty, so we have definitely double the amount of money we were making off the cows. I think before it was about 30,000 maybe. Now we're making, oh, let's double check here. I know it was a good 60,000, but I don't know how far behind we were to begin with. Yeah, I'm not sure which number this would be here. I know we got a 71 there. 1124. Could be the other 23 and 50. Not entirely sure there. Yeah, they don't exactly show the amount. And I was considering maybe selling one of the combines to purchase the sprayer, but I think for the moment we'll just wait. We're not altogether that far away from purchasing the sprayer, so. On the other hand, though, we do have 4 combines that we could probably sell one of them and wouldn't hurt too much. Yeah, so we definitely have a ways to go on this field yet. It'd be nice if this spreader actually had a wider width. I believe in 2013 it did, if I remember correctly. And we're going to have to go fill up here pretty quick as well. Actually, a good thing it's raining. Do need some moisture on the fields. It's down a little bit. Look at it, we got it at no, it was 36. Now it's up to 41. I believe believe the ideal is like 60% or something like that. Let me just look that up here a moment. Ah, yes, moisture. 0% moisture gives you 50% yield, or 50% modifier yield, I guess you should say. I'm not sure exactly how this all works, because there's so many numbers now with soil mod that will affect your yield. But the 50% yield modifier, at 14% moisture, you get 70% yield modifier. 57% is 100%. And then if you have 100% moisture, it's back down to 70% yield modifier. So, those are the numbers there. Also for field 9, I did put an application of lime down for that field. Again, the southern side of that field was down on the soil pH for some reason. Again, the oddity of these fields, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them. Again, I'm thinking it's the hired worker is messing with us and not applying the correct fertilizer, or not applying it at all when you hire them. So, yeah, I think that's going to probably be my recommendation at the moment for any of those playing on the server. If you do any spreading or spraying, fertilizers, sprays, slime, I'm thinking we're going to have to do it all ourselves. No hired workers, unfortunately. I'm not sure if, like I said, I'm not 100% sure it's the hired workers' fault. That's what I'm going to blame it on for the moment. Could be the fact that maybe we accidentally sprayed multiple types on a field at the same time and it didn't like that. But I'm pretty sure, though, if you do that, only one type's going to get applied, like the first one you put down. Let's say you put down N to give you X5 on the N. And then after you finish the N, you go back through and spread PK, which will give you X3 on the PK. I believe just the N will get applied, not the PK. And that doesn't actually seem to be happening if that is actually the case. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can put spray and fertilizer down at the same time. There's not two types of fertilizer, not two types of spray. Just the limitations of Farming Sim, I believe, there. And as far as the rest of the fields on the map go, unfortunately they have all withered. So I did start harvesting some barley there out on fields 5 and 4 there. Interesting, we actually do own field 5. I hadn't noticed that before. Well, I guess we got one withered field there. Oh, and we're out. And how am I going to make note of that? Somewhere around the 800 mark on lane 6. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if we drive straight across here, across our crops, I think there's a fertilizer refill spot here somewhere. Ah, yes, there we are. First time I did the field, I believe I had to fill up 4 times. That's how much fertilizer this field took. Yes, if we look at it here, we got X5, X5. That's basically perfect. Really don't need another application of NPK down here. Now we're down to X. Oh, it was down to X4 there. Back to X5. Down to X4. X5. Still at X5. It's good. There, X7. Yeah, we're getting a little X8 there. I think this is where I overlapped a little bit. X5. Little low on the PK. I'm not sure we want to do anything about that though. Probably put just straight PK on. That might work. That would give us X3 and put it up to X. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Maybe we'll do that there. This is lane 12. Still doing good on the N. There, now we're down to X4. Let's go back to X5 again. Let's say we're getting some random numbers on these fields. I don't know why. Down to X4. X5. Yeah, now we're back down. So we don't actually have that much more to go. And it looks like maybe what we'll do, we'll switch over to straight PK. So we're back on line 6 here. And we were somewhere at the 800 mark, which is actually this way. Oh, wait a minute. That was this way, right? Why is it down to 200? I guess, oh, does it actually... Ah, okay. I see, it flips when, depending on what direction you're facing. Okay. So hopefully we pick off where we left off somewhere in there. And we'll just have to keep an eye on our nutrients levels here. It looks like at some point we'll want to switch over to the straight PK there and give us X3 on the PK nutrient side. And as far as weed prevention goes, I've about given up on trying to put weed prevention down. Like I said, hired worker, I'm guessing it's the fault of the hired worker. If anybody else happens to have any ideas, be sure to let me know. I think the hired worker is not applying the correct fertilizer and the correct spray. Seems to be both. Both spray and fertilizer doesn't make a difference, because I know field 9 there, I did put spray down with a liquid fertilizer spreader, and that did not seem to work. And maybe we'll just wait for the synchronization to happen here. Definitely seems like it is a lot faster since Giants has updated to version 1.3. Speaking of updates, the JCB mod has updated, as well as the ITC runner, I think it was called. I forget the exact name of that mod. That DLC is updated as well, so now on version 1.1 for both of those DLCs. Yeah, this is actually taking quite a while for the synchronization. Okay, finally we're done synchronizing. Nickum10 joins the server. Yes, Nick was on just a little bit earlier ago. He's helping me spray these fields, so... And I'm not sure if he was doing anything else or not, but... Oh, what do we need help with? That's a good question. Let's check. I think field 8. Or not field 8, field 9. Need some spray. I'm not sure. Let's see, what is that? Corn. Double check which type we need to put on for that here. And that's going to be A or C. Yeah, I want type A herbicide. I should probably do double A. I should probably write down like a little quick cheat sheet I can set in front of my computer here, so I have the crop types written out on which type of spray. At the moment, I'm just pulling up the whole soil mod manual thingy, README file that comes with the soil mod. Yeah, as far as field 8 is concerned, at least for myself anyway, I think we're just going to skip spraying weed herbicide on this field. It's just going to take ridiculously too long, if you ask me. Especially if we can't. It's not so bad if you can use a hired worker, I don't mind. You know, just throw the hired worker on it, let him go. But like I said, that does not seem to be working. So, if we got to do this entire field ourselves with herbicide and that sprayer, boy, I think we can forget that. Unless someone feels like being really industrious out there and doing it, they're welcome to. Like I said, if it's going to be left up to me, I think I'm just going to skip the spraying of this field for the moment. Obviously, I'm going to put the fertilizer down. I don't mind this so much. You know, click along at 12 miles an hour, 26 meter width. Like I said, it takes a good hour or so. Hey, we're what, halfway across the field almost here? 20 minutes. Mind you, it does get a little bit boring, but then again, farming, well, probably does. You know, pretty much all it is going up and down the field. And yes, I am aware there are some larger modded fertilizer spreaders. Yeah, I don't know, may have to look at adding them to the server as well. We'll have to see once. And like I said last episode, got quite a few mods on the server already. I'd rather not add any more if I can help it. But then again, with the amount of spraying and fertilizing you gotta do with soil mod, it definitely would be advantageous. And we got oats here, by the way, for those of you wondering. Yeah, I can't say those really look like oats. Hey, whatever. think we're getting to the point here. Yeah, it's X4. You know what? We're going to switch this over. I'm not sure what's going to happen if I redo this part, but I'm going to try. What we're going to do, we got to switch this over here. Might as well refill up while we're at it. So this is line 8. Try to remember we're back to lane 8 there. We're going to put straight PK down. I think that was for like number 14 here, so and drive out to the middle of the field. So yes, line 12, line 13, 14. So yeah, it looks like about 14 there, or is it, yeah, 14? 14 or 15 looks like. Yeah, 15 is still X5. Yeah, so if we go to line 14 there with straight PK, I think we'll be good. I'm trying to, you know, balance the fields out just a little bit, get them a little more even here if I can. Which means I'll probably end up going back. The ones we just did, I'll probably end up going back over that with straight PK. One more time yet. I'll obviously have to wait another growth cycle. By the way, when you refill the fertilizer spreader or sprayer, you have to use NPK to refill it. Then you can switch. Guess we'll switch to PK. Back to line 18 here. 8 here. Not 18. That'd be nice though. And yes, we're going to put down straight PK. I'm not sure if it'll overwrite or if the NPK will take effect there at the little spot I started on the end, but we'll see once I guess. As the fertilizer might get a little high on that end possibly, I guess. Almost using a little bit higher number of N here, but I don't think I dare put NPK down. That'll really boost it high. Like I said, trying to get a little more even here across the field so we don't have to sit here doing what I'm doing now. Switching up fertilizer types. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like we spent the entire episode spraying, believe it or not. Was planning on maybe doing some silage work for the cows, but we didn't do that. So anyway, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.